Hello everyone, this is me Risha. Welcome to my new podcast. So here I have brought Mr. Sai Teja, and basically he's from Hyderabad and he is an entrepreneur as well as a businessman. So let us interact with him and let us know everything about his entrepreneur journey and about what the things he do. Hello Mr. Sai, can you hear me?
Yes, Rishabh, thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much. So Mr. Sai, like can you introduce yourself that what do you do and basically where are you from and like everything about you?
Basically, I am from Hyderabad. My full name is Sai Teja Ramesh. So I have been working with startups since the past 8 years, and I have uh, been working on this one particular business, which is called Tipstars Private Limited. This is my own business. Tipstars means think big and start small. We deal into different B2B sectors, like we do industrial contracts, and also we are into this digital marketing. We into the name of Tipstars Media, and also we are into other aspects like HR and all the startup investing also. So basically, in short form, I deal with the business which helps other businesses grow. It's totally a B2B business. And apart from this, I invest in other startups. As I said, recently has started one startup. It's called Spanner, uh, and it deals with automobile services and all that. So yeah, this is basically what I do.
Okay, so it's like basically how much startup you run, like in how many startup you have been working or in how many business you are working right now.
Right now, I'm totally focused on my one business, and also I have been trying to invest into other startups. Right now, I am into totally focused on two startups. One is Spanners, as I said, and also in Tipstars, that is Think Big and Start Small Private Limited. So these are basically the two startups I'm working on. So I'm looking for other startups to invest and also to help and get become a part. So as an entrepreneur, that is what we do, right? We build businesses. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, fine, that's great. So like, can you like the second question is that like, can you explain about your entrepreneurship journey? Okay, like how you started, when you started, and like what tempted you to start? Because a lot of people want to know, okay, the story of others, that what tempted them to start a business or what tempted them to become an entrepreneur and how they started. Okay, even I am very interested to know about your entrepreneurial journey, that when you started and what was the situation that time. Can you explain about that? It would be quite interesting to listen that.
Yeah, definitely. So I started when I was 16. Basically, I the interest was there before that since the childhood. When I was like an 8-year-old or 9-year-old, I have seen my parents working really hard. Like they used to have this small business, and they used to struggle a lot to pay for my school fee, my brother's school fee, and they used to struggle a lot just to pay our bills, feed us, and all that. So I really wanted to become a scientist actually when I was a school student, but later on, as I grew up, I pursued engineering, and also I was totally into science. But apart from this, I understood something, that even if I invent something, I need to have this business knowledge. And also, I was totally entrepreneurial. I used to do this like exploration into different categories. Like I used to sell mangoes on street. I used to do this clothing sales. Like when there were huge like exhibitions, right? I used to go there and sell T-shirts by buying it in wholesale, and we used to do the retail. All this is because just to taste how this feels. Like I used to try or as many things as possible, because I don't want to settle for something small. And apart from this, of course, I did job. I did a job. I was really successful in that, but somewhere down the line, I understood that okay, this is not something for me. If I am working on a job and I'm doing all this, maybe uh, I'm killing my dreams and I'm not growing anymore. So then I started working with startups when I was like 2021. Before that, I started unofficially, like I used to have an institute all these things like part-time jobs and part-time businesses. I used to do all that, but all this exploration was worth it before I start an actual business. So,
Okay.
you want to ask any particular question in my journey? Because if I keep on speaking, it will be lengthy, too lengthy.
Okay, fine. Yeah, like you explained the thing. Okay, like at the 16 you started the thing. Okay, most of the student I see at the 16 or 17, like till 18 till 20, like they don't have that much maturity to do something. Okay, they only depend on their parents' income. But you have done something good. Okay, and your story I think might be motivational for most of the people. Okay, those who want to become or those who are in the journey. Fine. So my third question is all about, okay, this question goes in lot of students' mind, okay, like those who are studying in high school or something, those who are in college, those who have completed their education, that how to get into startup, okay, if they want to start any startup, so how they can get into it, like is there any procedure or is there anything like any specialties for that?
Yes, so before this, people should understand what actually is a startup, what is the difference between being a self-employed person and what is a actual business. So people get confused when I talk about startups. People think that we need to have a huge money and we have to invest so much capital into the business, and then only we'll have a business. So actually, this is not true. People will have this misconception that we need to have a lot of money to get started with the business. That is what my business name is, right? It's called Think Big and Start Small. We can always think big and start small. That's a way that is a possible thing, and most of the greatest entrepreneurs have done this already. So you can really start small using a small problem which you are already seeing and develop the skills to solve that, because we already see a lot of problems around us which are not at all solved, and we can bring out a solution with our own knowledge, or we can search in the internet or search for any experts who can bring out the solutions, and then we can try to build a business around it. That is totally possible, and you don't need too much cash to get started. But if you want to start with zero capital, always start with a service based business. If you're going into a product based business, you need so much of cash to invest, at least to create a prototype, like a basic product. If you want to create that, you need a lot of cash. But if you start with service, you can just start for free and get some reviews, and people will be getting to know about you, and then we can slowly grow into that. So always focus on developing your skills, and then become a service based business, then try to create products from that business. So this is a totally like practical way of getting started with a business.
Okay. So his main thing in an entrepreneur, like in a startup, is all about problem. Okay, that you need to figure out the problem. And as you explain the thing, okay, like a lot of people think, okay, even I was thinking before that if anybody is doing startup or is an entrepreneur, then definitely he would be from a rich family. Okay, he have invested a lot of money, then only he can do a startup. But gradually, okay, I come to know that okay, it is not like that. Okay, it is all about your skill. Okay, it is all about your mentality and everything. Fine. So as you explained the things, okay, very well, that how to figure out about startup and all, okay, how to do the things. So the next important thing is that like what are the qualities, okay, a person should have, like an entrepreneur should have, or those who want to become an entrepreneur, what are the qualities of entrepreneurs, if I say in a simple word?
Yeah. So one thing I have noticed in all the people and my friends who are entrepreneurs, or in myself also, that I feel that we don't want to do a job. Literally, we don't want to work under someone. But I have seen that they have started their career by working under someone. This happened because people think that entrepreneurs are totally rebel kind of people. They don't want to work under someone, and they always break the rules. But if we want to know some basic things, how the corporate world works and how the actual business works, we have to work under someone for some time to get to know about the things. And the quality is not giving up, one thing. The second one is not trying to work under someone just to get the money. We work under someone to learn something. I have worked under many businesses before, just to learn how the actual business is working, how the actual entrepreneurs think, and how the business is going on. I have worked for free for so many startups. So
Okay.
I used to go to the startup, I used to go to the business owner and I used to offer a free job for 3 months or 2 months. I used to say that, sir, I will work for free for 3 months. So will you will you take me into your business? So I was focusing on learning more than earning at that time, till the age of 24, like till the past year also. I used to do part-time jobs in startups for free. So
Okay.
this was just to get to know how the actual businesses are working. Like
Okay.
even though I have my business, I used to keep it like I have made my father a partner. He used to manage all the business aspects, and also I have other partners who also manage. But I used to take care of for the I used to take care and learn and try to invest on myself. So this is one thing. They try to learn and focus on learning more than just earning. And also the third one is they focus on the vision more than the money, because as
Yes.
I've seen, most of the people sacrifice their dreams just to get a job for 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. They just sacrifice their dream. And being an entrepreneur is really hard because your bank account will be zero for many years. So you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready to sacrifice your short-term pleasures. Like all your friends will be going to parties, enjoying with your friends, and you will be working like 10 to 12 hours or 15 hours every day in your office or in your room, and that is really hard. So all these qualities are really important as an entrepreneur. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, like after listening to these qualities, okay, like it is not very easy to become entrepreneur. Okay, like when somebody thinks of entrepreneur, they think that okay, they might be living a good lifestyle or something. Okay, but after listening the qualities and all, okay, the life is quite difficult. Okay, but the main thing is in entrepreneur is that they love to do these things. Okay, so that's why they are an entrepreneur right now. Okay, fine. So as you told about the job, okay, so one question comes in my mind, okay, that a lot of people are doing job, okay, but they want to do a startup, or they want to do business, or they want to go in the like entrepreneurship journey. Okay, so how they can go? Like a lot of people think that okay, we have to quit the job. Okay, so what do you think that if anybody is already doing a job, so if he want to go in startup, so does he need to quit the job, or he can do both the things at the same time?
Yeah, so when I just quit my job, I was not having too many responsibilities. I was really young, right? So I was not having financial responsibilities. My family was capable. My dad was working. So I just said that I wanted to do a job. I got so much of like scoldings, and my dad wanted to beat me also at some point of time because I was not doing the job as like he was not at all happy with my decision. So here one aspect is, are you capable of leaving a job and be able to live that kind of lifestyle which I have mentioned before, because you will not have all the independence at first. You will have to work for free, or will have to work for little or no money for more than 2 or 3 years. This will
Yeah.
happen even if people will talk about these big great startups which became successful in 1 or 2 years, but
Yeah.
practically this will not happen because it's a long process. We only see their 1 or 2 years before they get successful, but we haven't seen their 10-year journey which they have been working, or they will have any support or funding. We don't know that, right? So to be practical, don't quit your job the next day. Try to gather some money so that you can pay your employees. Try to get started with your business. At least try to get a basic registration of your business, and also the website. And these are the basic aspects where you need to figure out and also do the basic groundwork. And then you will see where your business is getting some amount of money which you're already making in your job. Then quit your job, because before that, if you quit your job, then that will be a risky thing. Don't do like me, because I was totally crazy at that point. So I was just a child and I don't know what I was doing. Just to be clear, don't quit your job. Make sure that your business is actually making money if you're having responsibilities already. Then if business is successful enough, if you are seeing profits, or at least if it is having this no loss, no profit kind of movement, then quit your job.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, like you emphasize a very good point. Okay, I hope that it would be useful for the people. Okay, who are already doing job. Okay, they might be listening. Okay, it might be useful for them. What I
Yeah,
generally see. Okay,
one point. People when they do job, they say like I'm already doing like 9 to 5. I'm already working so hard. I don't want to do business. So it's fine if you're happy with your job. If you don't want to do any business, and if you don't want to start any extra career or work any more harder, don't start a business. I want to say this because everyone should not be starting a business. Some people only want to do a job. That's totally fine because this is
okay,
this is a career which is really hard and involves a lot of commitment and lot of hardships will be there in this career. And if you are not a person who is willing to work 10 to 15 or 18 hours every day without payment, if you're not
okay,
that kind of person, job is really best for you. Just keep continue doing your job. That's it. Continue with your
yeah,
job.
okay.
Don't even start a business if you want quick
Means
money or if you want any other things like that. Yeah,
means if you are like happy and satisfied with your job, you should be with the job only. But
totally.
somebody is not satisfied, somebody is not happy. They want to do something extraordinary. So yeah, you can like that person can go in the
Start
job.
part time.
And,
They
and
can
like
start part time instead of just complaining. Yeah.
what I've seen most of the people what they do job and they do startup at the same time. Okay. And they can't focus on both of the thing. Okay. And they spoil both of the thing at like same time. Okay. So okay, as you told the thing, okay, I think this point might be useful for the people.
One point here is when you start a startup, try to have a partner who is having a complementary skill set and who is having like who can keep total full time on the startup, because any business should have at least one person. Any startup should have at least one or two people who put their time totally on that business, and then you can focus part time on your business. Because if you're not focusing totally 100% on your business, at least someone should, right? So try
Right.
to have a partner who is focusing totally on that business. Then you can do part time. You can work on your job and also work on your business part time. That will be a reasonable thing. If you want to do everything part time, that will definitely not work.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you explained the thing in a very good way, okay, and I think we have covered every aspect of the point. Okay, so my next question is all about okay. A lot of people, those who read books, okay, a lot of people are interested in reading books. So they read motivational books, okay. Most of the entrepreneurs or who want to become entrepreneurs, so they read the entrepreneurial book, okay. So what is the book you have read or you want to recommend people, okay, who want to go in the field of entrepreneurs? Which book they should read?
So I have this really great book which helped me to not take an MBA. I wanted to take an MBA, but after reading this book, I changed my mind and I stopped that idea. The book is called Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman.
Sorry, can you repeat the name?
Personal MBA
Personal MBA.
by Josh
Okay.
Kaufman. Yeah.
Uh,
So it's a book which will walk you through like all the aspects you need in your business to get started. It's a practical book totally, and the writer which he wrote have taken points from more than 100 books and have made the bullet points of those points and created this book called the Personal MBA. It's a really useful book for anyone who wants to start their entrepreneurial journey. Yeah.
okay.
Uh, I have other books also, but having this one book can entirely change your mindset on business, because as I said, the writer have took 100 books and made that all 100 books into one book. So it's really valuable to read that kind of book. Yeah.
Okay, so means you would like to recommend one book, okay, like personal MBA for those person who especially want to go in the field of startup and entrepreneurship. Fine.
Yeah.
So here is my last question, okay. Like this question I ask with every guest, okay. So to whom I invite in my podcast, because I think that we should take advice from every person, because every person have some mistakes or every person have learned something different in their life. Okay. So if I ask you that what is a piece of suggestion or what is a piece of advice you would like to give to our listener, or you would like to give to me? Okay, like those who are going want to go in startup, or like for anybody, like what is a piece of suggestion you would like to give?
One thing is try to learn about yourself. Don't try to start a business. So first, try to understand who you are. Try to understand what you like, what you don't like. Experiment with your life. Before you are 25 or 30, don't start a business. If you want to start your business, and if it is driving you crazy, and if you want to start your business, just do it. But don't try to settle for a job which is kind of comfortable, and which is really like it's very comforting, and if it is earning good money, don't try to settle for that, because this is my personal suggestion. You can take it or not, but if you are totally getting into that kind of comfortable situation, you will not be growing in your real life. You have to, in this age group, like 16 to like 18 to 25, this is the age group where you need to completely take all the risks you can, because you will not be having any responsibility in your home, and will have all the time to learn and experiment and know about ourselves, what we don't like and what we like. And then after mastering some skills, we will know that what are the problems we have in the world, and what is the solutions we can come up with something. Because I have seen so many people start their businesses, they have taken some huge loans and they fail miserably. I have seen so many people like that.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to take these kind of risks. Take calculated risks. Use your time. That's what you have at this age group, right? I have been using my time and doing all these things which I have not done. I have totally risked my entire 20 to 25 age group. Like I was trying as many things as possible. That is what I'm saying. But it's totally your choice. It's your life, right? Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, like I like the session very much. Yeah, try to know yourself. Okay, like most of the people just see, okay, my friend is doing startup or something, so they just jump into the same startup, or like my friend is taking this, okay, or they want to go in the same thing. Okay, so as you said, the very right thing. Okay, which I also personally believe. Okay, that try to know yourself. So these things I have also done. Okay, in the period of lockdown. Okay, just try give time on myself. Okay, just like try to know who I am, what are the things I can do. So that's why, okay, I worked on my skills and everything. So I think now it's time to end the podcast. Okay, I think we have recorded like the most important question. Okay, what most of the people face problem. Okay, in entrepreneurs and like in the journeys. Thank you so much, Mr. Sai Tejas. Okay, for giving your time and coming and like telling valuable words for my audience.
Thank you so much, Rishabh. I think I have to appreciate you. You are doing a lot of good job in this age. So try as many things as possible. Just don't stop this podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
like even if you get at least 1 hour every day, just do it, because this will help you grow a lot. In if you want to become an entrepreneur, or even if you want to do a job, this will help you to become a personal brand, and this will help you a lot. And thank you so much for inviting me.